Hey everybody, this is Brian David Marshall. I'm here with Jonathan Smithers. We're in the tournament center at the World Championships in Chiba, Japan. We are one round away from the end of day 3 of Worlds. It's extended, and I got a sweet little deck here that Jonathan cooked up that has got 2 different players at 5-0, one player in the running for top 32, Pascal Menard. You're one of the Canadian team members.
Yeah, I'm not on the team. I got on rating just before the cutoff, but yeah,
you may remember Jonathan Smithers just recently beat Brad Nelson in the finals of Grand Prix Toronto to win that, and that would have qualified you for your first Pro Tour Paris, but you got such a ratings boost from that event that you qualified for this.
I got like 250 points, which pushed me up into the qualification.
How have you enjoyed your first taste of Pro Tour competition?
Oh, I can't even, the amount of competition, the competition here is great. The country is even better. Japan is such a awesome country, and I couldn't say enough about everything that's been going on this weekend.
Yeah, so your tournament got off a little bit to a rough start, but
say the least,
you're having a spectacular day 3,
Yeah.
And it's largely on the strength of this card, Tempered Steel. Tell me about what this deck does.
Well, the deck, as you could probably guess from Tempered Steel, it plays a lot of very cheap artifact dudes and tries to make them very big as quickly as possible.
So much like the White Weenie deck from Pro Tour Amsterdam, right? It plays cheap guys and then a lot of different ways to pump those guys. You've got the Steel Overseer, the Tempered Steel, and the Master of Etherium, all sort of giving a boost to your artifact creatures.
Yeah.
And so those artifact creatures are, we've got 4 Court Homunculus, not someone you thought you were going to see
outside
on an extended deck tech, huh? Court Homunculus, a couple of Ornithopters, full set of Memnites. We got a guy here that's been pretty exciting too. Yeah,
this guy's been really good. He stands in the way of Fallout. He can block any Jund or Elf, or he's really good in all the aggro mirrors. Yeah.
And then you have that whole suite of guys that were super cheap. And this is a couple different people playing versions of this deck here, but this seems to be the most successful. And I feel like this card is a big part of it.
Well, that just sets it over the top. You know, if you have a Tempered Steel in play, this guy he can get what, 9 power of guys for 4 mana. You just drop 2, essentially trained Armadons or Spire Golems into play for free.
Right, your Ornithopters are 2/4, and your Court Homunculuses are 4/4.
Yeah, or Memnites are 3/3.
Right.
Yeah, it's awesome.
You also have a never-ending supply of 3/3s here. In the Thopter Foundry.
Yeah, it's really good also in the aggro mirrors or against anything that has targeted removal, smothers, pulses. Yeah, one of the big things that's been going on this weekend is Cruel Control's made a big comeback. Absolutely.
And you've got a couple cards in here that give you a little bit of protection against some of the more control-y decks.
It gives us a fighting chance. I think 5 color is definitely one of the weaker matchups for the deck. I mean, everything else in the format, literally in my testing, has been 60% or better against the field. But 5 color is a bit of a nightmare matchup. My buddy Pascal there, he actually won his last match against 5 color, which surprised me a bit. He 2-0'd it actually. But
so you're both 5-0 now.
Yeah.
So let's talk a little bit about the mana. You only have 17 lands in the deck.
Yeah, I mean, when all you want to cast, your entire deck is 1 and 2 drops, except for a couple of Lords and Rangers. But you have a lot of accelerants, the Moxes and the Springleaf Drum, which help you jump ahead of turn. So yeah, you don't want to be drawing lands really past turn 3, turn 4.
Which is convenient because you got these new lands that you don't want to.
Those lands are awesome. They really help stretch the mana base of the deck. I've seen a couple of other affinity decks here today that were playing just 2 colors. They're just playing blue-white.
I mean, I gotta warn you, my editor's gonna kill me if we call this deck Affinity. We need to come up with a better name for it. So we're gonna call it Steel Artifact. S-T-E-E-L Artifact. Because you got Tempered Steel and Steel Overseers.
Yeah, I don't want to break any copyrights on Mirrodin block or anything,
1 Swamp, 1 Fetid Heath, and then 3 plains. Are there really only 4 lands you can fetch with these 4 Marsh Flats?
Yeah, like I said, you just really don't want to draw lands past turn 2 or 3. So just getting as many lands out of your deck as possible, thinning them out. Not to mention the fact that Marsh Flats helps you go from it helps you be able to cast Tempered Steel on turn 3, double white, or Sculler on turn 2 if you're missing one of the other lands. Yeah.
Tell me about the Mox Opals. I know you had some. You juggled the numbers between the Mox Opals and the Thopter Foundries, and what was that about?
Yeah, it's really painful to draw a second Mox without any way of recycling it. So recently we moved the Thopter Foundries to the main deck, and it gave me an excuse to sort of jump up to 3 Moxes, which really it helps the explosiveness of the deck. It helps to power it up a turn. Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about the sideboard. The 4th Ranger of Eos is sitting in the sideboard.
A lot for the attrition matchups, control matchups. Yeah.
2 Burrenton Forge-Tenders for Jund or for...
It's, protection from Fallout. It does block against Jund all day. Yeah, and it's good because, it's a Ranger target, so yeah.
Of course. Celestial Purge?
Yeah, mostly Jund.
Okay.
Against the new Polymorph Mutavault Fairy deck that's been out, I guess I'd board that in also against their Bitter Blossoms, because they're kind of all in on those, yeah.
So 1 Duress, just going up to the 9th discard spell?
Yeah, you just need it sometimes against control, yeah.
Leonin Arbiter. How's this guy been?
For me, today he's been almost a non-factor, but for Pascal, he won because of Arbiter one game, and when I played against Valakut round 13, I guess, today, I killed him on turn 3 or turn 4 both games, and Arbiter never was a factor.
What's the Disfigure doing?
The Disfigure is a concession to Elves, and most spectacularly Sower of Temptation. You really don't want to get blown out by a Sower, so keeping a black up to just Disfigure it, untap, and smash back at him is pretty important.
I assume this is also for Elves here.
Yeah, that's for Elves. Jund too. If I notice they're playing Bit Blasts, I'll get greedy and I'll board those in too. Yeah.
Excellent. I mean, this is a pretty impressive deck. Sounds like a great weekend for your first Pro Tour. I look forward to seeing what you do in Paris.
Yeah, thanks, Blaine.
For Jonathan Smithers, this is Brian David Marshall signing off from the Tournament Center.
See ya.